Navy ready for kickoff as we get this game started. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. He gets a block. This guy is so dangerous. The excellent vision to find a lane and get it out and set up the offense with good field position. So Air Force's offense is on the field for the first time today. Blowouts in rivalry games can be the result of a number of factors. Sometimes teams start pressing, sometimes it just gets away, sometimes they didn't have the right mindset. The last time they got together, oh, he's going to go up top. Inside the 10. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, and they've got it first and goal. Motion from the wide receiver. Keeping it on the ground on first and goal. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. Now it's second and goal. The offense changing the play. They'll run play action. Going for 6. Touchdown, Falcon. Quick strike through the air for the score.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. So Navy's offense will try to get something started with their first possession. This wide receiver matchup is one that we've been waiting to see. You have two guys on either side, Jesse, who are really going to make the secondaries nervous.
Oh, they should, because these guys can take the top off of defense. You've got two very dynamic individuals playing on each offense, and if I'm playing quarterback in this game for either team, I am going to take my shots and give my guy an opportunity, because both of these guys, they have proven they can make circus-level catches.
I mean, when they're not open, they're open. I mean, they can make the dynamic catches, the contested catches. They have the speed. They are two of the best playmakers in all of the country. So whenever an offense has the football today, you're going to like the show.
Looking for a crease. It's Best. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. You guys have both played in rivalry games, so what did you do to keep yourself locked in during that week of preparation, David?
Well, you try to keep your emotions in check, but it's really, really hard to do because a lot of times the hatred is so strong. The emotions are so real. The coaches get super tight, and they start talking about things, Jesse, so you don't just treat it as another game.
No, it's hard to handle the anxiety leading up to those games, not just because of what it means to your season, but because of what the fans are saying, what your coaches are saying, what your family...
And the quarterback is toast back at the 35. Navy will have to punt it away. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. Here comes the Air Force offense back onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Unleashes one. Wide open downfield. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41.
As a head coach, you love it when your quarterback is locked in early. Opening drive throws.
A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, Air Force. They won it all, and that is exactly what they got. And the extra point makes it 14-0. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Keeps it on the bootleg, looking to throw. Fires to the big fella. Across the 35, out of bounds at the 36, and a really good pickup as they're starting to move. Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. rides the back and leaves it. Picks up the first down, still moving. And he's brought down after a nice gain. They are dialed in on this drive. A couple of chunk plays, and now they'll snap it on first down. On the run, it's Best. Breaks into the open. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Navy! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. From inside the 10, here he comes. And some room to work. Oh, what a vision. There he goes. Open it up. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. Boy, nothing electrifies a stadium quite like a return for a touchdown.
It's always so exciting because you don't see them very often. You got to go so many yards, 80, 90 yards at a time. What a great job by the returners, showing the speed, providing the electricity. There's a reason they're all jacked up, and it's because of that awesome kickoff.
He's out of bounds at his own 16-yard line, and he just couldn't find the corner on that return. And Navy will go back on the attack. Quickly trailing by 2 touchdowns, down 21-7, and really important to get something out of this drive. Caught in the backfield, it's Boone. Makes the tackle at the 32, but they were backed up inside their 20, and they pick up 15. Offense goes on the attack on 1st and 10. They think there's room to run to the right here. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild. Navy will try to fight its way out of this hole here on 2nd down. They'll power it inside with the fullback. And you want to talk about gang tackling, everybody on the defense run to the ball. The Cadets here doing their best impressions of a jet engine right on takeoff. Listen to this place. Back to throw, it's Cole. Under fire. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. Navy will have to punt it away. On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. Air Force has it back, and the Falcon offense returns to the field. Almost everything has gone their way so far, up 21-7, and they have it back. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. Makes the grab, gets the foot down, just precision execution on that big play. The Falcons in the hurry-up.
What a start for this offense throwing the ball. I love how they've come out in this game, and they've been aggressive. They've already scored a touchdown, and here they are taking another shot and getting a big play. If you're on defense, you have got to find a way to slow this quarterback down.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Just not quite able to make the connection. It's incomplete. It'll be 3rd and long. They'll move the wide receiver. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Touchdown, Falcon! They took a shot to the end zone and found 6 points waiting on them. No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in Week 6.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
The coverage team maintained his discipline, not much doing on that return. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to him. Finds a little space. He'll step out of bounds at the 23-yard line after a productive play for this offense. Navy might want to catch this defense sneaking up on 2nd and inches. Leaves it with the back. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks. They'll need to convert this 3rd down from their own jump started. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. That play just got wrecked. 3rd and 1, and they went backwards. Navy will have to punt it away. They'll look to pin him deep. He'll field the punt and see what he can get. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Here comes the Air Force offense back onto the field. Going for it all. Touchdown, Air Force! They went for it all, and it paid off with the score.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They go to the end around to start the drive. That will get them thinking. Hard running there, but just too many defenders as he stopped for a loss. Lost 5 on that first play, and now it's 2nd and 15. To the air, it's Cole. He's got the tight end. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
That's just a very easy, comfortable throw for the quarterback. He knows he has his big target, the tight end, running across the field on the drag. Nice play.
Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24. Navy will have to punt it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Wants to return it. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Touchdown, Falcons! Special teams proving to be special. He did that one all by himself. Make a few guys miss, turn on the afterburners, and boom, everybody's toast.
And that's why you got him back deep, because that guy can do that. You got to be explosive and quick and have good vision, and you see all those things on one punt return. Takes it back to the house, makes people miss, turning on the gas. Great job, great return.
He steps out of bounds just across the 20 at the 21. Decent starting field position here. They love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. They'll try the run. And after the tackle, we are headed to the end of the first quarter. That's the end of the quarter. Air Force has the lead here. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the first period as we look at the stats. First play of the period will be a 2nd down. Back to pass, it's Cole. He hurls one deep down the left side. This is intercepted along the sidelines, but no. He's out of bounds. It's just an incomplete pass. Very fortunate turn of events for the offense. When you've already sent your punter out 4 times, at least he knows he's going to get his varsity letter, and his leg might get a bigger workout if they don't convert. Setting up the screen. Spins away from the defender. There he goes. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Rushes on him. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. This pass rush has just been relentless, and you can bet your bottom dollar they're about to bring the heat again. The give out of the gun. Slips one guy, and now he's loose. They get him stopped and out of bounds at the 45-yard line, and the big play has this offense ready to mount a threat. Navy now facing 3rd and short. They'll try to power their way ahead. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Been really impressed watching this offense this year and how good they are on 3rd down. The reason they're so efficient, they don't have penalties, they keep these 3rd downs manageable, and they've got a special talent at running back that can find his way to the sticks.
He put it out there for him, and this senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long.
Here we go.
Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. This time it's complete. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
This defense is going to have their hands full trying to defend the pass with all of these weapons they've got on the perimeter of the field. That is a great job bringing a dangerous target down right away after he catches the slant.
Throws for the tight end. Got him downfield. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, midshipman.
It's so nice to have these big playmaking tight ends that are basically oversized receivers. Make a play down the field to him, huge catch radius, makes the play, and then I love the run after the catch. These guys can do this nowadays. He does the rest of the work and gets into the end zone.
He stopped at the 23, a couple yards short of where he would have been with a touchback. Air Force has it back, and the Falcon offense returns to the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Quickly to the tight end. Turning it on. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. And the Falcons are in the hurry-up. And after that pitch and catch, he's already over 200 yards, and we're in the first half, Jesse.
Man, Reese, he's dialed in right.
Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Air Force. They went for the big play, and boy, did it ever pay off.
Each and every week, I think this coaching staff does such a good job of scheming ways to get this guy the football in the passing game, and defenses can't cover it. With that last catch, this is now his 10th receiving touchdown on the season.
From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Wasn't quite able to shake loose as he steps out of bounds at the 22. And the midshipman offense making its way back onto the field. Last time they had it, they took it down the field for a touchdown. They can build some confidence that they could go back-to-back scoring drives here.
Yeah, and remember, it's not uncommon for offenses to find themselves as the game goes on. They had some things not go their way early, but they found something last drive, David. Let's see if they can build on it.
Yeah, you just pick and pick and pick until you find that place where you're like, okay, this is an advantage I have. They clearly found that dude. They score here, we're in for a ball game.
The midshipmen come to the line facing 3rd and short. Trying to pick it up on the ground. They got 0 push up front, and they stopped him in the backfield. The punt team makes its way onto the field. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. Here comes the Air Force offense back onto the field. Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Rolling, throwing, looking right. Makes a grab on the shot. Touchdown, Falcon. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
One of the things I love about this quarterback, David, is that he keeps his eyes downfield when he gets outside the pocket. He might have had an opportunity to take off running with that, but he knew he had an opportunity for an even bigger play. And how about the run after the catch?
And that's great. You love that about the quarterbacks, but it's so frustrating when you got a guy that just breaks the contain of the pocket, breaks down your defense. Now you got to cover longer in the back end, and you can tell he comes free, he sees him, catches it, and walks right into the end zone.
Got his man.
And that's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
Tight end now in motion. Rides back and leaves it on the option. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
The defense is able to finally stop this guy, but he has been on fire. We're only in the second quarter, and he has been absolutely lighting it up in this one. Nice job that time, defense, but you know this guy's going to get a lot more carries.
To the ground from the back. Tough sliding in there. Picks up a couple, but still needs 2 more on fourth down. Navy will have to punt it away. And these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Wants to go up top on first down. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. The Falcons with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. He can't make the connection. It'll be incomplete. He can scramble, but couldn't create anything there. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. He tries to take the top off. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
Well, we know this offense hasn't been able to get it going on the ground so far in this game. Now they're trying through the air, but give this defense credit. They've got a really good game plan. They've got all 11 guys on that side of the ball executing perfectly. Fantastic job in the back end that time, being in position and making sure that thing fell incomplete.
This offense has it with really good field position. Let's go! Let's go! Looking for a man. It's Cole. Got it set up on the outside. No siree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one. Navy will try to fight its way out of this hole here on 2nd down. Looking for room. It's Best. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And this is the area of the field where it gets really, really tough. Because the red zone, you know you got to run the football more. Well, this defense is #1 in the nation against the run. So I look for this offense to be more physical, be creative, try to find ways to run the ball against this defense that is so dynamic.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Boone. And they make the stop, and this offense has it inside the 5, and they are threatening. And now a chance not only to cut into the lead, but play it just right, and maybe the other team doesn't even get a chance to answer. Fires to the end zone, and he can't find his man as he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity. And the D deny them on 2nd and goal. They'll move the tight end. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Touchdown, Navy! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
Let's just call it like it is. The first half has been ugly for this offense. Not a lot to cheer about until that play right there. They finally score. We've seen crazy things happen in college football. They're way down on the scoreboard right now, but anything can happen, and anything can change after you score like that.
And he's not going to take a knee. Here he comes. He stopped there, but a good return coming out of his own end zone gets it to the 28. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Got his man downfield. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. And the Falcons want to crank the tempo. Off play action on first down. Stands in and takes the hit. And they will score. Touchdown Air Force.
And we are officially in blowout mode. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen so many explosive plays, and they score again before going in at halftime, guys. I'm hoping we can have a running clock here in the second half.
From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Dropping back, it's Cole. Finds a spot in the middle. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Looking downfield, and time is running short. Got it in the middle. It's Amatola. He's down to the 38-yard line, and they can stop the clock. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Looking to throw on first down. Throws to the wideout. Got a man. It's Amatola. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Illegal touching. Okay.
The official. For the deal, and the coach accepts it, they will take the penalty. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. They'll send the tight end in motion. Second down, they'll go to the air. Fires left. Makes a connection. Big play. Takes him into plus territory. He's out of bounds at the 47. Here comes Navy back to the line after picking up the first down.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play, because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. So with only seconds left in the half, here comes the field goal unit. They'd love nothing better than to add a 3-ball here before the break. Between the uprights, it's good. Well, they got 3 back, but that's about all you can say about it. The Falcons will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. Here's the return from inside his 10. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And here comes the Navy offense. Nothing went right in that first half, in the first order of business here. Try not to be embarrassed any further.
But the comeback is possible. Remember 2006, Michigan State down 35 to Northwestern at halftime? They somehow came back and won the game. But it all starts on one play, and that has to happen here on this first drive for the offense.
Yeah, the first possession, because your possessions, you're only going to get so many possessions, and you've got to score on every single one of them. Offense, defense, special teams have to play out of their mind, but they have to believe.
Man, the momentum is squarely on their side right now. It was starting to feel like they're running away with this one. They scored a touchdown their last time out. Now on this drive here in the third quarter, the defense makes a massive play against the run, creating a negative play. They've got the opponent going backwards.
And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. Navy will have to punt it away. He'll try to really get into this one. He'll field the punt. Slips through the line. They with fire on that return, and he got loose for a good return of better than 30 yards. Air Force has it back, and the Falcon offense returns to the field. Looking downfield on first down. Touchdown, Falcon! Snagged in the end zone to give them 6. Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
They've got the big fellas out there, a 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. Running back searching for a hole. Stacked up after gaining a couple to the 23. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Got his man in the middle. Nowhere to go, and not much to show for that one.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football, and a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
Looking to throw, it's Cole. They'll run the screen, and that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning. Navy will have to punt it away. Wants to bring it back. Makes a move. The speed, the shiftiness, the elusiveness, all on display in that sweet return there. Here comes the Air Force offense back onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has deep shot for the end zone. Touchdown, Air Force! They won it all, and that is exactly what they got.
How about the day for this young fella? That's a 4-game stretch. Nope, 4 touchdowns in 1 game. He has been the focal point of this offense, and he has not disappointed.
He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And Navy will go back on the attack. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. They'll try the left side. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. They got nothing on the last play at 2nd and 10. One man in the backfield, and he gets it. He breaks a tackle. They stop him after a 6-yard run out to the 24.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Wide receiver comes in motion. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. Navy will have to punt it away. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. Air Force has it back, and the Falcon offense returns to the field. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Used the play fake, now to throw. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Hits him in stride inside of the 10. Touchdown, Falcon! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. If this dude were a kitchen knife, you would be slicing tomatoes so thin your in-laws would never come back to your house.
Well, that'd be a good thing. I don't know if I want my in-laws to come back anyways, but he's been on fire. He's been absolutely torching this defense. They've had absolutely no answers for him.
And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. Guys, this offense will go back on the attack. Power football with the run. He kept those legs moving, got 3 out to the 19.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Soft spot in the middle. Moves it out to the 34-yard line. A nice 15-yard gain on that one. Lining up from the 34 on first down. Here's the pressure. Took a shot as he threw. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss.
And this is why this team is losing this game right now. They cannot protect their quarterback. He's already been sacked a bunch of times. Almost got sacked right there. This guy doesn't have a chance with the way this offensive line is playing.
And the defense snows him under after a very short gain.
Man, a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down. Navy will have to punt it away. He'll take it on the return. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. Here comes the Air Force offense back onto the field. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
And that's not how you want to start a drive. On the very first play, you give up a sack and you lose a ton of yards. Quarterback, you've got to know, just throw the ball away, know when the play is over.
Wants to go up top. Gonna take a shot at this DB. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. And now let's see what they come up with on third down after that incompletion. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Snagged out of the air. At the 45, on his way. Off to the races to the right. Inside the... And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Air Force. Like a Thanksgiving turkey. They're just being taught. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different, bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire, you might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. They go to the ground. Ball is out behind the line. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Air Force has it back, and the Falcon offense returns to the field. To the air on first down. Quarterback extends the play. Firing to the right, complete. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play, in prime position for a score. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Caught near the sticks. It's Cook. Touchdown, Falcons! And they add 6 more to move that trip to the house. Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese. And you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They'll get this drive going from the 17. One running back in the backfield, and he has it. Very little running room, if any, and he just hasn't had anywhere to go in this one. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Off the play fake. Under fire. And a sack all the way back at the 5. to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Fires to the wideout. It's incomplete and maybe a little too aggressive from this senior trying to fit that one in there. Navy will have to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Fields the punt and tries to find an opening. Can they catch him? It's a touchdown. A dynamic, explosive return. The sliver of daylight exploding through it, just vaporizing and reappearing on the other side and housing it.
And punt returners are so quick. You can play touch football in an elevator with them and lose. You can't even get your hand on them. So quick, so elusive. Does such a great job making people miss, but still going full speed up the field to get all the way to the end zone and score the TD.
And the midshipman offense making its way back onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in there. Oh, he's got some space. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. They came out humming on this drive, and now it's first down from the 36. Jet sweep trying to turn the corner. Jukes his way for more. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41. The midshipman could get really aggressive here on 2nd and short. Off the bootleg to buy a little space. Pulls it in. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Quarterback just trying to spit it out to his running back in the flat there, but the defender all over him. As soon as he caught that football, he went down for a loss.
Trying play action. Unloads to the wideout. Working on the right. They bring him down. He's got a first down, but that might be the final play of the 3rd quarter. Well, guys, Air Force has the lead here. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down. They'll give it to the back. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7.
Here we go, here we go.
Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. The give to the back. Not much there on the run. He gets 1 to the 31.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. And they're going to head out to line up for a field goal. And that one took everything he had to sneak it over the crossbar inside the left upright. Let's not say they cut into the deficit with that field goal. Maybe just, I don't know, tweaked a little bit of it away with their fingernail. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Here comes the Air Force offense back onto the field. He wants to change this route. Off the play fake on first down. On the move to the right and looking for a big one. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. So now it's 2nd and long. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. He's not afraid to go deep. It's caught downfield. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a first down. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air. Chunk play after chunk, trying to get behind the defense. They've avoided the interception all day, but they were lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Gonna look downfield again. Makes the catch. It's caught. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. They'll throw on 3rd and short. Fires toward the end zone. Touchdown, Air Force! They took a shot to the end zone and found 6 points waiting on them. They build this 4th quarter lead, and they are just minutes away from going 5-0.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get conserved, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
From the gun, running back gets to give. He's knocked down behind the line of scrimmage again, and this just hasn't been his day. Nowhere to run. Tight end now in motion. Quick handoff. Drives into the pile just to pick up a 1. They'll spot it at the 10. The midshipman looking for a chunk play on 3rd and long. To the air, it's Cole. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. Navy will have to punt it away. He gets it away from his own end zone. He's got it. He's got great speed. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Air Force has it back, and the Falcon offense returns to the field. Fires on the move. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
And it's nice to be a QB in this spot. He's had a great day, man. Like, great day. They've built a huge lead now. Incompletion's okay. Just take care of the football. Don't throw that thing to the other team.
Right on target this time. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. He's going to look for a man on 3rd and short. Makes the catch. And he'll run into the end zone. Touchdown, Falcon. That'll give him a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called, guys, offensively all game long, or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the 4th quarter.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And here comes the Navy offense. Last time they had it, didn't pick up a first down. Let's see if they can put something together here. Finds his big tight end. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down. They had the perfect play to open the drive, and now they'll snap it again from the 38. Handoff to the single running back. They keep feeding him in this running game, and the defense is having none of it. It's been that way all day. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Wide receiver going in motion. Scanning the field, it's Cole. Pocket breaking down. It's Cole. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. Here comes Navy back to the line after picking up the first down. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And he has had a long day at the office, not to mention the backfield, as the defense has been all over him. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. The play action fake. Pressure coming. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing. Navy needs to come up with a big play on 3rd and long.
27, jump.
From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the tight end. On target to the left. All the way down to the 27-yard line before they get him out of bounds, and this offense is threatening. Now on the move at the 28-yard line on 1st down. The give on the option. It continues to be a long day as they are just swarming every time he gets the ball. The lost yardage leaves him with 2nd and 11. They're about to snap it for the 7th time on this drive.
Fly trumpet. Fly trumpet.
Now the play fake. Lets it fly deep downfield. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. The midshipman looking for a chunk play on 3rd and long. Looking downfield, it's Cole. Bringing the heat. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. Navy will have to punt it away. And that is how a punter helps out his defense, pinning them deep in their own territory. A lot of real estate in front of them as the drive starts at their own 6. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Toast the coverage, got it deep downfield. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
And the offense takes control of this football game, man. I'll tell you what, this offense doesn't wow you at every position. They've got some good players. They find a way to put drives together. They find a way to score. But this team is undefeated. This team is a force to be reckoned with, continuing to stay undefeated.
And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. And Navy will go back on the attack. Well, this has pretty much been an evisceration, an old-fashioned stomping, Jesse.
Yeah, and listen, this is one of those games where you're not necessarily throwing the playbook in the trash after this one, but I do think this coaching staff, David, really has to be honest with themselves and rethink what schemes are working and not working and which guys maybe need to get more touches in this offense.
Well, I think I like the trash option as well because it's been...
And he is snowed under, sacked at the 7. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. Now 3rd and long and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. He's looking downfield to throw. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Just a short pass to the tight end. And that won't quite be enough for the 1st down as he's knocked down just short of the sticks. They boot it away. Fields to punt and try to pick up some yards. He gets a block. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. Here comes the Air Force offense back onto the field. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Now the chance to take a knee and just put the finishing touches on this victory.
Yeah, and this offense has done their job, man. They've been so productive, built the lead. Listen, their defense has pulled their weight as well. But now, Jesse, you get to exhale, you get to breathe, and you know we got the W, and we played well.
And we got to think about where we're taking our girlfriend and parents for dinner, right? What side are we ordering with our giant steak? We've earned it in this game. Now it's time to go celebrate.
Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. A shot toward the end zone. And give him another 6. Grabs it for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
With that last touchdown, they remain undefeated. What can you say about this offense? One of the most explosive in the entire nation, and they're coming in, I think, every week with the mindset that we're just going going to outscore everybody. We are okay going into a track meet, and that's really what we saw in this game today. But opponents just cannot keep pace with them and all of the athletes they have on the offensive side of the ball.
And the midshipman offense making its way back onto the field. This has been a really disappointing performance, David, no question about that, but they can find some positives.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, you know, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if we just ran the details to the right route, hung on to the football. Little things can make a big difference.
Yeah, that's why they call it a game of inches, David. But I'll say this, if you're on offense, don't go on social media this week. It ain't going to be pretty after this performance. You've got to lock in. You've got to take the week of practice very seriously and find those positives that you can build off, David, that you're talking about.
Navy needs to come up with a big play on 3rd and long. To the air, it's Cole. Fires to the right. Pulls it in. Smashes through and runs through another one. Breaks into the open. He just brought some serious energy, making that huge play and getting it all the way down to the 23-yard line. It's a lost cause, but they keep fighting. Unleashes one deep. And that pass is incomplete. They were going for the consolation touchdown, but to no avail, and that's going to do it for this one. There's a long and storied history of great games between these two rivals, and this chapter adds another to that legacy.
Really impressed by the poise by the winning team as well here. They weren't overhyped in this game. They came out, they looked